It's Madden NFL 20.
The longtime Panther Graham Gano has us set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Now Tua gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
This guy's leadership is so important to how this offense functions. He doesn't shrink from any moments on game day, and everything he does with confidence. He sets the example in practice, off the field, and is the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Once again, it's Mostert.
And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now Tua. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. And the Giants ready to go now on offense. And under center is the man in possession of a new contract for 2023 and beyond. In his 5th season now, Daniel Jones.
Playing for his Giants career, Jones' best season as a starter didn't come with huge numbers as a passer. He was just the guy his team needed him to be. Someone who could threaten the defense throwing it, and especially as a runner.
Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now the NFC's leading rusher a season ago. Here's Saquon Barkley. And he ran right through 1 tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. From the 41, here's 2nd and 3. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Giants. 39 yards for Saquon Barkley. And the Giants will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. He'll going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
So Miami coming out for their second drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time,
and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle, 75 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. But if you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Here comes third and the length of the football. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
They get this out quickly to the left side. And he is going to have the Giants first down, it would appear. And yes, the chain gang going to move the sticks. They take a risk on 4th and 4, but they get it by a full yard. In motion, Slayton. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
In motion, Slayton.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley.
That is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Well, now hang on here, because Saquon Barkley is in some discomfort, so we're going to have a pause here for an injury.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Now Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Fourth down, Jones and the offense stayed put. They're going for this.
Bama, Bama, Bama. Rita. Great. Up, go.
Throwing, Jones. And it is caught. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
A risky decision. They challenged double coverage on fourth down, but it pays off. Nice throw, nice catch.
And, partner, that's another example of why it's the Jimmies and the Joes, not the X's and the O's, because on the chalkboard, or let me say nowadays, on the whiteboard, that play's not supposed to work. You don't throw into that type of double coverage. Yet, when you have a superior player, you take the chance, and they were successful.
Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they are looking at a second down and 6 coming up.
Other side. Great. South salad. Out, go.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The Giants on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Give him the third down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Detroit Johnson.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. Touchdown, Giants! Daniel Jones able to connect with Sterling Shepard, and the Giants have taken the lead.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Extra point try good by Gto, and that makes the score 14-7. Gto now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Tua now on first down. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
You know, we play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4. Those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here is third and quite a ways.
Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And with that, they're now out of timeouts and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
2nd and 7.
Why shift to crude? Why shift to crude?
Off the play fake, Jones. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. In motion right, Campbell.
Hey, let's punch it in. Let's punch it in. All right.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Andrew Van Ginkel there on the stop. So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9.
Dom Capers. Dom Capers. Dom Capers. Dom Capers. Cockroach. Cockroach. Triple right Pacino. Triple right Pacino.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Detroit. 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 Apple. 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 Timberland. 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 Ladybug. 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 Ladybug.
Back to throw. Jones. He'll look downfield for Waller. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
to end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 11.
He'll look to Mostert to start things out.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On first down, they go with Mostert again.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Doesn't take any great analysis on my part. It's been pretty obvious. Last couple of plays, these guys have been going in the wrong direction.
Offensive line overwhelmed on those plays. Now, I think it's safe to say going to the air here on 3rd. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. In motion, Hill. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half. And with great starting field position and 1 timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
After the sack on 1st down, Jones. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2.
Rita. Great.
Now Jones, a final shot before break. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. So we are at halftime here on a Monday. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Dolphins 7.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. Now this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. The Giants offense set to begin this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. A give to Barkley out of the gun.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10. In motion comes the tight end left.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
South salad, South salad, South salad, South Timberland. Detroit Johnson. Dom Capers. Cockroach.
Looking to throw. Jones.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
But Charles, as a defender yourself who made a few of those plays back in your day, I know you know there's no better feeling than a pick 6 for a defender.
And the big thing is when you take it and you realize you're out there and you've got a great chance to score, not to get overexcited and have one of the yard lines trip you up, or the turf monster, as we used to call it, knock you down before you get to the end zone. That didn't happen on that play. He carried it home.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and we are tied at 14.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
Shouting defenders at the 15.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Another drive coming up for New York's offense.
Okay, here we go.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2nd and 10.
Gold cutter. Triple right, Pacino. Triple right, Detroit.
Back to throw. Jones. We'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 17 yards and a giant first down. A run between the tackles with Breda.
And space tough to come by there. It's going to get maybe a yard to the 37. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Barkley, inside handoff. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Good work there to force the incompletion and 4th down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, but this offense has converted twice on 4th down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick the football.
Here's Hill on the return. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and that will come the offense as they take over. Dolphins offense returning to the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Big play from a big man. Kayvon Thibodeau off the edge and dropping him behind the line. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
In motion, Hill. Going to the air. Tagovailoa trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. It's been a struggle for him, a 10-yard return. Possession switching back to the New York Giants. The run by Barkley. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 88 yards after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
On gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
Someone's been having a good game so far. And you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. 12.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get into ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They'll get 15 and the Giants 1st down. In motion right, Campbell. Up the middle with Barkley. And this winds up a pickup 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
39-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
This is 2nd and 8. In motion, Slayton. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
And the question now, can they get closer on 3rd down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. In motion goes the tight end. Here's a give to Barkley. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter time. Gano's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field.
And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Running on 1st down is Mostert, but he can only manage a yard, and that's about it before he's tackled.
He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Now a give to Mostert running right.
And he is going to lose yardage here. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
They're having issues right now getting that running game going.
I wonder if maybe adopting some of the college run game would help here. Because we're still at that stage where you have a bunch of guys saying, I don't know about what the colleges do. And the college stuff is working in the NFL. Bigger line splits, create some more natural running lanes. Might help the offensive linemen get better angles in their blocking schemes.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Half 18, half 18.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Now Jones going to change it up here.
Catch made here by Campbell. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And Barkley did not get there. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Great. Bama. Rita.
Again, it's Barkley. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Here we go, hey.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Barkley.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York.
Now Hill to return it.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football.
So Tua and the Dolphins
down 17-14, 36 seconds remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Tua.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Tagovailoa.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times, nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Tagovailoa looking to throw it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. It's Deontay Banks with it.
And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay of game, offense. Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, where we'll see which conference reigns supreme today. It's the Miami Dolphins and the New York Giants under the lights.
Panther Graham Gano has us set for a start as we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
The secret to his game and his success, incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys. He catches passes with it. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet it before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Throwing to start here is Tua.
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
That's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Taken down by King Milton. A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
That good for 19 and a first down. 3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and ran with it.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that.
Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
The 20, 5, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
47 yards for Raheem Mostert. And the Dolphins put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Giants nothing. Jason Sanders, the kickoff for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants, but his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football and doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter.
Okay, here we go.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now a two-time Pro Bowler coming off a big year, Saquon Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. In motion right, Campbell.
Great. Other side.
Jones now looking to throw on 2nd down. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Great. South salad.
In motion right, Campbell.
Timberland.
Jones from the gun on 3rd down.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
And that was one that I kind of saw coming, Charge. He had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he used his quickness to make a play.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
In motion, Hill.
Looking to pass. Tua. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as they drew it up in practice.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19.
In motion, Hill. Here's Tua. Forced out to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Little short pass here to Hill, and he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Triple right, Pacino. Triple right, Pacino.
Off play action. Jones. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Detroit.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
2nd down, here's Mostert again. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. And he gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. He connected on his first, this from 41. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Giants offense had quarterback Daniel Jones set to take over again. And he's been off target here early on. 2 drives, 2 interceptions. They'll look to snap that streak here as they start 1st and 10.
They begin with a run by Barkley. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Apple. Timberland.
Off the play fake. Jones. That is caught downfield. It's Waller. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Jones looking to change the play.
Ladybug. Bama. Rita.
Here's Jones on 1st down.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Giants, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Running left, it's Barkley. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8.
Great. Other side. Great.
Looking to throw. Jones to Barkley on the check down. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Lomo. South salad. Timberland.
Operating from the gun. Jones. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Dom Capers.
Back to throw. Jones. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 15.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that, that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
The Dolphins taking over now late in this 1st half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. He's been the forgotten man in this 1st half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his 1st catch, 1st time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a 1st down.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Troy, Detroit. Apple, 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 apple.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Now this thrown deep for Slayton.
This is caught inside the 15. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Timberland. Ladybug. Bama.
Now Jones. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked up by Channing Tindall. And the Dolphins are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
In motion, Hill.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
On second down, Mostert.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. Okay, Brandon, back to you guys in just a moment, but welcome everyone to our Creative Village studios in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company.
Any surprise in your mind he's out there to start the second half after 4 first-half interceptions?
Used to be surprised by a lot of things, partner, but in this case I'm not, because you know they want him to be their guy. And the only way to truly establish that is to give him a chance to work through some of the issues he had in the first half.
Other side.
Throwing Jones. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now Jones throwing on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Timberland.
Looking to throw. Jones. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 33, and that play started back at their own 33. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Detroit Johnson. Dom Capers.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it.
Triple right, Pacino. Detroit.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And he slings one that's incomplete.
But that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Off play action. Jones. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
A 52-yard attempt.
Gano's kick is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And Hill will opt for the touchback. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
1-yard gain.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Tua going to throw. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 74 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Sanders on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And New York set to take the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
This is caught inside the 15. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. And even 50 yards. Back to throw. Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Daniel Bellinger. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants get a bit closer. Gano the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was finished off with a touchdown by Daniel Bellinger. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Jalen Waddle running out, and that means that the Dolphins ready for another drive on offense. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes,
there he goes, left side. Still going inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 75 yards. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The New York set to take the field.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, playing the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Bama, Bama, Bama.
In motion right, Campbell. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones, flush to his right. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
Great.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Timberland, Detroit Johnson.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Lock in the cage.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
Dom Capers. Cockroach. Triple right for Chino. Triple right for Detroit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones eluding the pressure right. That ball caught by Slayton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And quickly they get to the line. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Half jumbo. Gold.
At the 16-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Giants are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. Miami set to take over. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that 1-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
So naturally they will decline it. They got the first down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the first down through hard work and effort anyway? First down.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at the 34.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Bobby Okereke making that tackle.
This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4.
Ready. Hey, turbo 2. Turbo 2. Turbo 2. Hey, Watson. Corner, whoa. Solo left Zion.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Dolphins use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Giants 17. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air.
And, my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
They'll take over first down and goal to go at the 10-yard line.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Here's Mostert.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
One more time with Mostert.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
Well, they come through with 3 after forcing the turnover. But CD, second half, you're starting inside the red zone. Obviously, they would have liked 6 out of that.
Absolutely, because that's all you're thinking is how do you get it into the end zone? You want the field goal to be the last resort. In this case, they gave it a great try, but did have to settle for 3.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Darius Slayton and the rest of this offense about to begin their next drive.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
Jones' throw brought in by Bellinger.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Jones on 3rd down. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Great. Other side. Great. South salad.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Turbo 3, kick. Solo left side.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, 29 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Sanders on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
And the Giants ready to come out now.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete here to Waller. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
25 yards that time.
Half jumbo. Detroit Johnson.
Back to throw. Jones. And this is caught inside the 5. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they topped 30. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley from 4 yards out.
And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Gano the extra point, and the lead now down to 20.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
To kick off for New York.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
A loss of 2 yards. It's second down.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Open man is Waddle, complete.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
1st down, Dolphins.
21G. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Out.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding. Offense.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Looking to pass. Tua. Little short pass here to Hill. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So that'll do it for us.